Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Trails Radio Show. Thank you for joining us today. Join me and my special guest, singer, songwriter, and tribute artist, Mr. Stephen Freeman, in a few minutes. Thanks. Can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. We'll see how this works.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay, my first question to you is, how did you get started in your career? How did your career all begin?
Well, I was an Elvis Presley fan all my life, so that was kind of, I guess you could say that's where it sprang from when I was a young boy, and I just enjoyed his music and kind of his life story, and that's where that kind of sprang from. And I was a police officer originally, and so I was doing that, and a friend knew that I really enjoyed Elvis's music, so he wanted me to come do something kind of fun for his wedding. So he got a real cheap jumpsuit and had me come in, and so I sang a couple of songs, and some folks really liked it and wanted to hire me to do their event. And so that's kind of how it all got started.
Definitely, and you're still at it.
Yeah, that was back in, I think 1996.
Oh, wow.
That's when I did his party. So from after that, it just started building on itself, and so I left the police department in around 2000, and so I've been doing it ever since, full time.
Definitely. Do you have any upcoming gigs? I know everything has kind of slowed down with the COVID, but do you have anything upcoming you can share?
Honestly, everything in North Carolina, our governor just will not open anything up hardly. He just keeps everything shut down. So I am able to do some stuff in Virginia. I was up at the theater. I've been playing there for about 13 years, and so we did some shows there back in end of September, and I was able to do an event down in Myrtle Beach a couple of weeks ago, a Red Hat event, kind of a corporate type thing, and so they've been limited, and so that's kind of where we are. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything again in North Carolina for a while, which is where I live. So that's makes it kind of tough, but we'll just get the best we can.
Yeah, hopefully all this is cleared up real soon. We have to pray and just keep trudging on, and stay positive. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, that's about all we can do. And each state has their own rules and different regulations they're going by. So we're just wherever we can go that they're kind of allowing us to come. We're kind of going that way, and hopefully North Carolina will follow suit before too long. But I don't really see anything happening the rest of the year in North Carolina anyway.
Oh, okay.
They just dropped us back, I think, to gatherings of no more than 10 people. So that makes it tough for us.
Yeah. I can understand. My next question is, what do you find is the most challenging part for you being a tribute artist and singer? Most challenging or the most difficult?
I would say staying in shape. I've been doing it for a long time, and the Elvis started, of course, when he was really got on the map when he was around 18, so he was a young teenager, and I'm not far from 50, and I'm still performing the way he did back then, and we do costume changes, so that's the most difficult thing, is just staying in shape and trying to accurately depict him and do it in a positive way. I don't want to do it in a negative light, so we try to give our fans the most accurate representation of what he did when we are performing.
Definitely. And Elvis,
and from North Carolina, I've got my mother and my mother-in-law. They're both traditional Southern cooks, so there's always pies and desserts at all the meals that we have, and weekends. So that doesn't help much at all. So it's that's I would say is the most challenging part of the job.
Yeah, definitely. Staying in shape and there's always room to learn. You keep improving. You always have room to learn. You never stop learning.
Yeah, on the performance end, I would say that's probably the easiest part of the job. I've been doing it so long, and we've got a full band that we use, and so it's we're good. We're really tight, and I've got a good. But with Elvis, there's always something new you can pick up and add. So I've got a good firm base of what I would say you would consider his performances were from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. But the more stuff you pick up and add, it just adds to the show, and so that definitely helps.
Definitely. I find the tribute artists great. It's interesting. It keeps the legacy alive of the old singers, and it brings something new to the tribute artists. They bring their own little thing to the table, and I find that very interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot of them. They all have their own. Everybody does their own thing. Some try to do stick to a little bit more of what Elvis actually did, and then you've got some that put their own twist to it and just go crazy and do their own interpretation of what he did, I guess you'd say, is the best way to characterize it. There's no way you can duplicate him exactly. He was the best at what he did. So, but that's kind of what we strive for is try to keep it in the same realm of what he did anyway.
Definitely. Yeah, one of the greats, and I think that's great what you do. I admire your work. I've seen some of your work on YouTube, and it's wonderful. Great.
Well, thank you, Trey. I appreciate that.
Thank you. My next question to you is, and I know we covered just a little bit about it, but what is your advice to people who want to be a singer or a songwriter, who want to get into this industry?
I guess I would say find what you're passionate about within the industry. Don't try to enter, I guess, a genre of music that you're not passionate about. The more passionate you are, the more work you'll put in it, but the less work it'll feel like, if that makes sense.
Definitely. And be your own self.
So with me, it was just loving Elvis, and so I studying him wasn't work for me, although I had to put in a lot of work to build that knowledge. But being a fan and enjoying what I was doing, it didn't seem like work. But if it was something I wasn't really passionate about, it would not have been as enjoyable for me, for sure.
Definitely. You have to enjoy what you do. And I've always learned, if it's fun, it's not really a job. It's work per se, but if you enjoy it and have the passion for it, then it's just great to do it,
Right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, I've interviewed actors, singers. I'm 20, but I started when I was 13, and I have high-functioning autism. I started when I was young. I'm still young, but I enjoyed it. I've interviewed actors, singers, writers. It's fun. Great to be in. This industry's not for everybody, I find, but if you're in it, you in it for the long haul.
Well, that's super. You're doing something you enjoy doing. That's great.
Thank you. Do you have a website where people can find your work? Or I know you're on YouTube. Do you also have a website?
Yes, I do. It's just my name, StephenFreeman.com. That's Stephen with a PH.
Okay. I'll put that in the link where people can find you. So once this interview is published, I'll put that where people can find you.
Okay. All right. And I emailed you or I sent you a Facebook message with that link in it too.
Okay. Well, Stephen, thank you very much for letting me talk to you. It's been a pleasure, and thank you, and keep doing your great work. I admire, Elvis Presley, and it's great that you are keeping the legacy alive. Thank you.
Absolutely. I appreciate you calling, and if you come up with something when you're doing your final work on that you forgot to ask, feel free to just shoot me a message, and I'll be glad to answer it. So, or you can call me back either one, whatever. So call me anytime. I enjoy talking to you.
Thank you very much. You have a good day.
You do the same. Thanks a lot, Trey. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And that was singer, songwriter, and tribute artist Mr. Stephen Freeman. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. Join us tomorrow when I interview writer Mr. Mark Larson. Thank you very much, and as always, God bless.